It is my great pleasure to introduce one person who I've known for quite a long time and one person who I met last night on the street here in Niagara Falls, but he wasn't just wandering the streets, he was really here for a purpose. But Carl Lindquist, who's the executive director of the Superior Watershed Partnership, has been a good friend for quite a long time. And actually, he goes back even farther with people in the Great Lakes and St. Lawrence Cities Initiative. I think he went to high school with Mayor Barrett's sister. Okay, you've got that story. But Carl is a real leader in Great Lakes protection up on Lake Superior, the Lake Superior Forum. He co-chaired that at one point and works with all of our good friends to the north, and where there will be no wall ever in Lake Superior or otherwise. Not if I have anything to say about it. But so Carl is here by popular demand, and my new friend, as of last night wandering on the street, is Jerry Mills, who is quite an interesting gentleman. And I only know as much as I read in a little bio about it, but he's a singer, songwriter, motivator. Now, that, I don't know a lot of singer, songwriter, motivators, and I'm really glad to meet one, and I'm really going to look forward to hearing his songs, and which he will sing, and I fully expect to be quite motivated as a result of it. So, with no further ado, I don't know, do you call yourselves Carl and Jerry, or Jerry and Carl, whatever. Please join with me in welcoming straight from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, often known as the UP, they're Yoopers, Carl and Jerry. Take it away.
Thanks, Dave, and thanks to Dave's staff for helping us coordinate this tonight. So the rest of the story is, when I was in grade school, I had 3 older sisters in high school, and one of Tom Barrett's friends had a fancy for one of my older sisters. And one time, Tom came over with this guy, and it wasn't that memorable, but I remember it because his friend played the piano with his nose. I'm not kidding that. I'm not kidding. So that's the story there. Now, what's that? Yeah, I'm going to use my fingers. Anyway, yeah, we've been working together since you first formed the Great Lakes Cities Initiative, and it's really helped us working with the small cities that we work with. And we were honored in 2013 to host the Great Lakes Cities Conference in Marquette. And I want to show a little clip from that night.
I am so pleased to have the Marquette High School Choir perform this for us. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy.
What that was George Hartwell introducing a choir to sing the Great Lakes and St. Lawrence Cities anthem, which was beautiful. The rest of the story is that George wrote that anthem, and I don't know how many of you knew that. George wrote it, his son put a score behind it, and I found the local high school choir to sing it. And I think that kind of set the tone for what we're doing tonight. What we realized is a lot of mayors and those involved with this organization have a creative side, and that's what Jerry and we realized, wow, between us, we each have songs we've written about the Great Lakes, And that's what we're doing tonight. I guess we're giving George Hartwell credit for starting that tradition. And so we're just going to be playing a few songs about the Great Lakes that Jerry and I wrote, and Jerry's on first.
So I'm actually a professional speaker and a singer-songwriter by trade, but I'm not here tonight in that capacity. I'm here tonight because I'm one of those fortunate people, like many of you, like all of you, I guess, who gets to live on the Great Lakes. I was raised on the North Shore of Chicago, near Lake Michigan, about a mile away, but it wasn't until I decided to go on a road trip, and I decided I was going to go up to see this place called the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. I thought I'd be there about a week. I've been there now for 34 years, and it's a magnificent place to be. I sometimes am lost for words, and I'm lost for words when it comes to speaking about the lakes. I have some dear friends who I've known for 30 years who live 2 doors away from me, and they decided that they were going to move to North Carolina. And so I decided, could I do that? Could I actually leave this place? And I went down to Lake Superior and got my answer, and it's this song. This is a song called This Beautiful Great Lake Shore. I came by here from wherever I was going, just for a visit. No way of knowing what the future held in store. On this beautiful Great Lakes shore, home's where the heart is, those old words still hold true. I'm telling this beautiful lake today, my heart belongs to you. My muse, my inspiration, where everything feels so clear. If anybody asks you where I am, just tell them I'm right here. I've traveled around this country for a long time along my way. So many destinations, not one of them made me stay until I stopped here a while. And it made my whole world smile. Home's where the heart is, those old words still hold true. I'm telling this beautiful lake today, my heart belongs to you. My muse, my inspiration, where everything feels so clear. If anybody asks you where I am, just tell them I'm right here. If you want to find me, I'll tell you where to go. Go out along the lake shore to the places few people know. My muse, my inspiration, makes everything feel so clear. If anybody asks you where I am, just tell them I'm right here. If anybody asks you where I am, just tell them I'm right here.
This next song is called Tributaries, and I live near Marquette, and when I sit at the piano at home, I look out the window at this little creek winding around our house on its way to Lake Superior. And so this song is about all those tributaries to the Great Lakes and the St. Lawrence. There are over 1,500 tributaries to Lake Superior alone. and over 5,000 to the Great Lakes. So this song is about from the smallest one to the largest, and it starts out with the smallest, and then it goes to the largest, and then it goes back to the smallest.
I travel internationally to perform. As a matter of fact, I stopped here on my way because tomorrow I'm flying from Toronto to Glasgow and going to be doing a 2-week tour of the UK and Ireland and Scotland. And one of the things I've discovered, I've been doing this for more than 20 years, is that as soon as I get done, everybody wants me to go with them to go see all the cool sights, and all I want to do is go back to the Great Lakes. So I was stuck in an airport years ago, and I was waiting to catch my flight to go back home, and I wrote this song. This is a song. The song is actually called Home, but I decided that just for fun tonight, I was going to call it H.O.M.E.S. You guys know what that is, right? I'm a former elementary school teacher. That's the acronym we used to teach kids what? The great names of the Great Lakes, right? So this is a song called tonight I'll call it H.O.M.E.S. Wrote this in the Milwaukee airport. I've been going far away. I've been traveling, no time to stay. Over the mountain, over the sea. And all the while I wish that you were here with me. I've been going, I've been gone, a million miles for so long. places to go, people to see. And all the while I wish that you were here with me. But once the work is done, I feel my spirit run back to the sweetest place I've ever known. I'm coming home to Lake Superior shore. And she's calling me, she keeps calling me, she keeps calling me back home. I've been going far away, I've been traveling, no time to stay. Over the mountains, over the sea, and all the while I wish that you were here with me. But once the work is done, feel my spirit run back to the sweetest place I've ever known. I'm coming home. And she's calling me, she keeps calling me, yeah, she's calling me back home. Thanks a lot.
Okay, so when I sit at home, I look out at a tributary to Lake Superior, and when I sit at my desk in my office, I look out at Lake Superior, and we're the headwaters of the Great Lakes, and I never forget that, but I also never forget the whole system, and all those waters go out through the St. Lawrence. And so this is a song to the St. Lawrence, and I really enjoy visiting your city of all the cities on the St. Lawrence. But I have a lot of the other cities on the St. Lawrence I've never been to, but Quebec I've been 3 times now, and I need a reason to get there for the 4th time. But anyway, this is the St. Lawrence Suite. Okay, thanks. And this last song is Jerry wrote, but I'm gonna introduce this song because I love this song, and it pertains to the Great Lakes and St. Lawrence cities. It's called "Come Join Us," and these are the images you really want to see, but because most of you are in them, but the song "Come Join Us" is about really what Dave's organization is trying to do, get more cities like yours to join and help protect the Great Lakes and St. Lawrence. And what you're doing back in your cities is getting your residents to join you and doing what they can to help protect the Great Lakes and the St. Lawrence. So I'll turn it over to Jerry.
I want to end tonight with this song, and Carl and I talked about this. This is actually how this all came together tonight, because I think it's important to pay tribute to the people who do the real work. You're not going to find a bigger lover of the Great Lakes than I am, but I don't do the hard work. You do the hard work, and I think it's important to pay tribute to all of you for the work that you do. So this is a little bit of a surprise for you, and this is a song called "Come Join Us."
When I see a need, I like to lend a hand. We all need someone to understand that there are people in this world who really need us now. It's up to each of us to figure out how. We are calling out around the world, come join us. There is work for you and me. We are building communities and bridging continents all around the world. When I hear the call, service above self, it's not just a slogan on my office shelf. It's the way I choose to live, the hand I have to give. Thankful for the chance to give of myself. We are calling out around the world, come join us. There is work for you and me. We are building communities and bridging continents all around the world. We are calling out around the world, come join come join us.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, Jerry and Carl, that was extraordinarily special, and I think particularly fitting with the opening that we had from Brian, who told us a little bit about how we have to relate a little bit more to all of the creation out there, and you brought it vividly to us. And the other thing we want to do, and I know when Mayor Miller left office in Toronto, I had a little exit interview with him. He said, you know, we've got to do more about bringing art into the work that we do on the Great Lakes and St. Lawrence, and this is really a good way to inspire us to do even more. So, are you motivated? I'm motivated to go out and protect all our water. But thank you very much, and loved having you here. Thanks a lot.